You know, when a loved one starts to wander, that feeling of safety in your own home can just evaporate. It's honestly one of the most stressful things a caregiver can go through. But what if that wandering isn't just random? What if it's actually a message? Today, we're going to learn how to decode that message using some really clear, really compassionate strategies from applied behavior analysis, or ABA.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with a story that you might find pretty familiar. I call it the 5 p.m. mystery. Then we'll completely shift how we think about wandering and see it as a behavior with a real purpose. We'll dig into the 4 big reasons why it happens. And then I'll walk you through a simple 3-step safety plan. And by the end, we'll see how all of this can bring calm and connection right back into your home.
All right, to really get this, let's dive into a real-life scenario. Something that happens in so many homes every single day. I mean, just imagine the stress of that. For Mr. S's wife, this wasn't just a quirk. It was a daily dose of panic. Every single afternoon, as that clock ticked closer to 5, you can just feel the anxiety ramping up.
And that's exactly what she thought. I mean, it makes sense, right? It looked like he was trying to run away, like he was unhappy. So she did what many of us would do. She installed these loud, blaring alarms on the doors. But that just seemed to make everything worse, adding a whole new layer of panic for both of them.
But here's the twist, the big revelation. Mr. S wasn't running from his home in the present, he was actually trying to get to a home from his past. For 40 years, 5 p.m. was his internal alarm clock that said, okay, workday's over, time to head home. His brain was just running a very old, very familiar program. And that story right there is the key. It's the key that unlocks this entire approach because it forces us to completely shift our perspective. So this is so important. Wandering isn't just some random, meaningless behavior. It is a signal. It's your loved one trying in the only way they know how to communicate something they need. Maybe it's comfort, maybe it's routine, maybe it's something else entirely. Our job isn't to just stop it, it's to understand it. I love this idea. It's such a powerful mindset shift. Instead of feeling like a prison guard, always on high alert, you get to become a detective. You start looking for clues, for patterns. And that simple change can take you from feeling helpless to feeling empowered. You're on a case.
Okay, so if wandering is a message, what is it trying to tell us? Well, in the world of ABA, almost all behaviors boil down to one of 4 basic functions.
First up, escape. Think about it. Is the TV blasting? Are too many people talking at once? Sometimes, a person is just trying to get away from a situation that's become overwhelming to their senses. They're seeking peace and quiet.
Second, it could be about getting attention. And let's be clear, this isn't a bad thing. It's a fundamental human need to connect. They might be looking for you, feeling a bit lonely, or they might need help with something, but just can't find the words to ask.
Third, they could be trying to get access to something. They're on a mission. Maybe they need the bathroom or they're looking for their keys. Or just like Mr. S, they're searching for a place from their past that their mind is telling them is home.
And finally, number 4, it could be sensory. Sometimes the body just needs to move. After sitting for a while, there can be this internal restlessness, this physical urge to walk and pace that just has to be met.
So once you have a good hunch about which of those 4 reasons might be driving the behavior, you can start building a plan. And ABA gives us this beautifully simple 3-step framework to do just that.
It's as easy as ABC. A is for antecedent, that's the trigger, the thing that happens right before the wandering starts. For Mr. S, it was the clock hitting 5 p.m. B is for the behavior itself, the wandering. And C is for the consequence, what happens immediately after. If you can manage that trigger and guide the consequence, you create this incredible system for safety and calm. Now let's talk about managing the behavior, the B, by shaping the environment. And the goal here is not to create a prison, it's about gentle guidance. Hiding a door with a nice curtain can remove that visual, hey, leave cue. A simple chain lock buys you precious seconds to step in calmly, and creating a safe, circular walking path inside lets them meet that physical need to move, just without the danger.
And this slide is just brilliant. This is the C, the consequence. The wrong way creates a fight, it creates fear, but look at the right approach. It validates the need. I see you need to move. And then it redirects that need to something safe. You're not fighting against their reality, you're joining them in it. So let's bring this all full circle. Back to our 5 p.m. mystery. How did Mr. S's wife use this ABC framework to totally change their daily life? Okay, this was her genius move. She managed the antecedent, the trigger.
She knew 5 p.m. was the problem time, so she got ahead of it. At 4:45, she introduced a new, powerful cue, the smell of his favorite snack, the sounds of activity in the kitchen. That became a new routine that was much more inviting than the old one.
And just look at this transformation. It's incredible. What used to be the most stressful, dreaded time of day became a moment of calm and connection. She didn't erase the old trigger, she just wrote a better one over it. Panic was literally replaced by peace.
And that's really the heart of it all, isn't it? It's this profound shift from seeing a problem behavior to seeing a person who is communicating a need. And as soon as you see the need, you can respond with creativity and love instead of just fear.
So, what do you even start with all this? It's simple. Here's your detective toolkit. For the next few days, just be an observer. What time does it happen? What happens right before they get up to go? That's your antecedent. And where are they trying to go? That's your clue to the function. This information right here is pure gold.
You know, by looking at wandering through this lens, you stop being a guard and you become a translator. You're not just managing a behavior, you're getting a deeper look into the person you love and care for. So the question isn't just how do I stop them from leaving, it's what are they looking for? And how can I help them find it safely right here at home?